is Sunday, March 23rd. This is definitely not a guarantee or anything like that, but just hear me out. I'm watching all the stuff that's going on, and I'm having some ideas. And if someone wanted to, help me with this, I would be. Elon Musk is trying to tank the economy. Clearly trying to tank the. He's trying to pillage money and tank the economy. Why? Why would you try to get? I mean, he's trying to start like his own currency through the X whatever. Why would you try to get off of the currency that your 420 billion is based on? Billion. Why? Could it be that he doesn't have 420 billion in cash? He has it in stock. That's why he's begging his employees not to sell their stock. Because all of his power comes from everybody knowing that he's the richest man in the world and having $420 billion. It's a known figure. 420 to 450. Known figure. Billion. Half of a trillion. What happened with Donald Trump when he sold Truth Social or whatever that was. They were talking about how he could have a big windfall and he could pay off Each and Carroll and all his other debts. No, he couldn't because there's a time frame between when he would get that cash and when you can dump it. The pump and dump scheme fucking thing. That's why they're trying to gut those regulations. So they can pump and dump. They built up their own wealth, create a new currency. They were going to try and prove that the gold in Fort Knox wasn't there. They wanted it. Understand, they wanted it to not be there. They wanted it to not be there. They wanted you to lose everything. Donald Trump was gleefully hoping when they opened those vaults, America the Great would crumble because there would be no gold in there. We're going to see if there's even any gold in there. We hear there's no gold in there. Why would you go there? To prove it? Why? The Alex Jones conspiracy nuts have been saying for years there's no gold in Fort Knox. Think of what happens though. You go there and the gold's there. Now what? Now what? Well, the price of gold has never been higher. Have you seen it? Ever. Exactly like I called it. Ask my mom. I said they're going to go to Fort Knox. They're going to open it up and all that gold's going to be in there. And all of our money is going to go through the fucking roof. But Trump is tanking that with tariffs. But the rich people now know there's gold in them their hills. Their money is not based on a fiat currency. It's real. It's real currency. Now what? Bitch? No gold for you. No Elon Musk platinum card. Just constitutional crisis after constitutional crisis. And Elon trying to do everything he can to stay with China. He wants briefings on any kind of war. He didn't want briefings on any kind of war going on in Ukraine. He had Starlinks up in fucking Ukraine. He's not getting briefings as far as we know. I mean, they're not making a public display about him getting public briefings on Ukraine. He made a public display about him getting briefings on China. Why? So we want to keep them informed? Or is his Tesla company trying to bring down BYD? Way too late. Because especially since they're not trying to compete with product, what they're trying to do is buy the thing out. The whole thing. You understand? They're trying to buy the whole thing out. Supreme Court justices, judges at the federal level, judges at the state level, in the Supreme Court of the state. He's throwing money. There's like $100 per person who would sign on to a. You know how your proposal is full of shit? You have to pay people to come sign on your fucking. You know what I mean? You have to pay people. I'll pay you $100 to everyone who comes down and signs this petition. First off, Elon, how do you know they're telling the right name? I mean, I guess you could check their IDs and stuff, but is Elon Musk really going to check all the IDs? No. He's going to personally. For Office of Efficiency, he's not efficient at all. For Office of Government, he's not running his own business. If he's running a company if he's running the country like a company, what's happening to Tesla? Does that not tell you everything? That he's abandoned Starlink, Tesla, everything else. They're working 120 hours, he says on Doge. Nigga, you ain't got nothing else to do? You're the richest man in the world. You ain't got shit else to do. Apparently your people want you to come back to fucking work, asshole. They want you to government efficiency, the company you run. Not the company you bought. Not the company you just acquired. That one's been running fine. Been churning out its products. Slaves. Venezuela. Those Venezuelans are taken. Americans who are for this, consider this. You go to some other country. Think about this now. Just think about this. Where there's an autocratic dictator fucking piece of shit, an orange fuck. And all you did was come to visit your family, right? But you picked the wrong week. So there's this ICE raid. Their version of ICE. And they're rooting out all those fucking nasty, loudmouth, stupid Americans. See, this one's a criminal. Not even here with the visa. I'm not staying here. I'm actually visiting my mom. I'm going right back. No, we're deporting you to North Korea. I'm not from North Korea. I've never been there. I don't speak the language. We don't care. Your children? What children? Oh, one of our guards is probably looking after them. What do you mean you can't trust us? Why couldn't you trust us? No, we can't trust you. See how that works? That's why we're deporting your bitch ass to anywhere that'll take you besides home. Because you won't mind going home. You'll mind this. And all my fans will cheer and yell at what a great job I did as a powerful, mighty Christian, hating my neighbor. Oh, never mind the fact that I'm the fucking Antichrist and the snake in the poem that I read you all the time. Never mind all that. Don't pay attention to that. I love the poorly educated. So we're just going to go ahead and dismantle the Department of Education. And matter of fact, those Fauci ouchies are pissing me off. We're gonna abolish the Department of Health. Matter of fact, it's costing too much taking care of these migrants. So we're just gonna abolish Social Security, so that we'll figure out who the right people are. If you're a good citizen, just wait. Your check will come. What do you mean that's only cat? No, dude, I've got 920 billion. I'm going to be fine if I miss one paycheck. So you're going to be fine if you miss one paycheck. Really? Donald, orange-faced, stupid, accordion hands, ever-ready fucking bunny banging that goddamn drum. Can barely go down a ramp. Can't raise his hands over his fucking head because he's had a stroke. That's why he uses that big-ass Sharpie. Has anyone seen him write anything besides his name? Ever? Write down a sentence. Hi, my name is Donald Trump. Not in cursive with the big stabby dagger letters. They can memorize as a picture to draw. But words. Oh, I believe he writes the speeches. There's no way you can come to that fucking word shit salad without fucking Donald Trump's drug-addled and fucked up, diseased brain. You know, Hitler had syphilis, supposedly. Donald Trump said the 70s was his Vietnam. How do you soldiers feel about that? Huh? How do you soldiers feel about? Anybody want to sound off on that? Any military people want to sound off about how you feel about Donald Trump saying that the 70s sexcapade he had was like his personal Vietnam? Nothing? No generals, no majors, no nothing, no presidents, no anybody? Nobody wants to say anything? Why wouldn't they say anything? Unless that's the plan. Thanks for hearing me out.